when you bring your pet to the vets, you expect the doctor to be an animal lover. At the very least, you assume he or she is a professional and kind-hearted individual. But when poor starving TinTin went to the vets in Bali, Indonesia, he didn't exactly get the treatment he so desperately needed. No, he just went from one nightmare to another. TinTin is a friendly pit bull that got sick one day, so his owner dropped him off at the vets. Then the owner never came back. TinTin needed all sorts of help. He had a blood parasite carried by ticks, and he was obviously malnourished. So what did the vet do? Did he call a local shelter or rescue group? Did he try to care for the ailing creature himself? No, he just tossed him in a kennel and treated him terribly. He barely fed the starving TinTin and didn't bother to treat the poor pooch's other ailments either. Thankfully, the director of the Bali Dog Adoption and Rehabilitation Center, BARC, Ebony Owens, got a message from a local man who'd spotted TinTin wasting away at the clinic. And Owens was just horrified. When I saw the photo of TinTin, I knew BARC had to help. We had to act quickly because he didn't have long left. At that point, we didn't know what was wrong with him. All we could do was hope. Owens quickly snagged TinTin away from the thoughtless vet and brought him to a different doctor, one she trusted. That's when things finally started to turn. TinTin got put on IV fluids and a loving team watched him around the clock. They wanted to be sure this pup would make it. It's possible that TinTin had already been starving when dropped off at the vets, but that makes it even worse, doesn't it? The vet should have done something. But unfortunately, such awful things aren't uncommon in places like Bali, where there's a lot of ignorance over how to treat Western dogs. There's an extreme lack of knowledge here of the appropriate care of these Western breeds, so most often they end up behind bars for life with completely inadequate care. One misconception in Bali is that dogs should be kept in cages, especially expensive dogs who are often just kept as status symbols of well-off families. TinTin was most likely being kept by his owner in a cage that he never came out of. That's really no excuse, though. Animal abuse is animal abuse. And when it comes to being a veterinarian, you better do your job correctly or not do it at all. The good news is that TinTin has recovered nicely and is a very active boy, according to Owens. He just needs to find his forever home, and he'll start living his second life, one he definitely deserves.